Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Cristiano Ronaldo reunites with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at Carrinton. Ronaldo trained with the team at Carrinton today. Ronaldo may have to settle for the substitutes bench for Man United's game against Newcastle on Saturday. Ronaldo is isolating. Ronaldo arrived in Manchester last week. He got greeted by Darren Fletcher. Last week, Ronaldo praised Edison Cavani's incredible gesture after shirt number swap. Ronaldo is Man United's new number 7, and Cavani has now got the number 21 shirt. Ronaldo disagrees with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer on his best position for Man United. Solskjaer sees Ronaldo as a centre forward, but Ronaldo mentioned that he didn't want to do it at Juventus. The other week, Ronaldo had his first interview at Manchester United. And he said, "I'm very happy to be back home after 12 years. And he made it clear to Solskjaer that he's returned to win trophies. Ronaldo told his Man United teammates that he wants the Premier League this season. Ronaldo became the all-time international top scorer with 2 late goals against Ireland. The other week, Ronaldo officially signed for Manchester United on a 2-year contract with an option of a 3rd year. Ronaldo will receive £480,000 a week, so he will be the highest earner at Old Trafford. Man United agreed a fee of €15 million with a further €8 million in add-ons. That's €23 million in total. That equates to £19.8 million in pounds sterling. And the other week, Ronaldo completed his medical. Ronaldo was our final signing of the summer transfer window. He's the greatest player of all time. Ronaldo has won 32 major trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. In Ronaldo's first spell at Man United, he scored 118 goals in 292 games in all competitions. And he won 3 Premier League titles, the FIFA Club World Cup, the Champions League, the FA Cup and 2 League Cups. Ronaldo endured 6 years in his first spell at Man United. When we first got him, we paid £12 million for him from Sporting Lisbon, sold him to Real Madrid in 2009 for £80 million. He endured like 10 years at Real Madrid, so he was a long-serving player for them, and Juventus got him in 2018 for £88 million. He endured 3 years at Juventus. His current contract at Juventus was due to expire next year. Now, on my last video, I gave you the news on Donny van de Beek. Donny van de Beek has told Solskjaer his best position. Van der Beek reckons he would be best served operating as a number 6 or a number 8. Recently, Van der Beek spoke about his future at Manchester United in an exclusive interview with Rio Ferdinand. Van der Beek admitted he's preparing to fight to earn his place in the Manchester United team, and that he remains in the plans of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Donny van der Beek's agent has done a lot of talking recently. Van der Beek's agent fired a warning shot to Man United: play him in the Premier League or lose him. He also mentioned that the return of Ronaldo is bad news for Van der Beek, and his agent also confirmed that the player held talks with Everton over the move. And last week, Van der Beek's agent said that Van der Beek will succeed at Man United and prove his doubters wrong at Man United this season. Now, in January, I'm expecting Manchester United to offload players, and next summer, I'm expecting us to offload players. In the summer transfer window, we only managed to sell one player, and that was Daniel James. He went to Leeds for 25 million. He signed a 5-year contract with Leeds, and he'll wear the number 20 shirt at Leeds. The reason we offloaded Daniel James is because we re-signed Cristiano Ronaldo, but James will get a lot more opportunities at Leeds. We did loan quite a few players out in the summer transfer window. We loaned Brandon Williams out, we loaned Ethan Laird out, we loaned Andres Pereira out, we loaned Alex Tuanzebe out, we loaned Tahith Chon out, and we loaned Facundo Pellistri out. Solskjaer blocked quite a few players' exits. Obviously, he blocked Donny van der Beek's exit because it did mention that Everton were close to signing him on loan. We blocked Anthony Martial's exit because it said that Martial rejected the chance to join Lyon on loan on deadline day. He blocked Jesse Lingard's exit, blocked Diego Dalot's exit, and blocked Elanga's exit. But you know what? Manchester United enjoyed a very good summer transfer window. It was one of the best transfer windows we've enjoyed for such a long time. You know, we spent around 140 million in the summer transfer window. We made 4 signings, you know, got Tom Eaton in on the free, brought Jadon Sancho in, got Varane in, and re-signed Cristiano Ronaldo. And Solskjaer received the backing he deserved, which was good to see. John Murtough backed him. John Murtough is our director of football, and Man United certainly made the right decision getting a director of football in, because I did mention that's one of the structural changes we needed at the club. Darren Fletcher backed him, and we made the right decision getting him back. And surprisingly, our owners, the Glazers, backed Solskjaer, but only because they'd been persuaded to. I'm disappointed that we didn't sign a midfielder in the summer transfer window. I'm hoping we can try and sign a midfielder in January. Now, we was in for a few midfielders in the summer transfer window. Obviously, we went in for Eduardo Camavinga from Rennes, but obviously we couldn't get him because he signed for Real Madrid. We went in for Saul Niguez from Atletico Madrid, but obviously we couldn't get him. Saul Niguez joined Chelsea on loan. We also went in for Ruben Neves from Wolves. On deadline day, Fabrizio Romano mentioned that Ruben Neves was Man United's only midfield option. Ruben Neves' price tag is 35 million. he receives like £50,000 a week, and Neves can be deployed as a central midfielder or a centre defensive midfielder. But earlier on in the summer, Bruno Lage said he wanted to keep Ruben Neves, and he said every player has a price. Earlier on in the summer, Ruben Neves hinted that he'd made a decision on his future. He called any talks of a transfer away, because he said, "I'm very happy at Wolves," and he revealed his excitement of working alongside Bruno Lage. Man United remain keen on Declan Rice, as the club are well aware of the need to sign a midfielder. Obviously, when the summer transfer window was open, it said that Solskjaer still wants Declan Rice, and Declan Rice did mention that he was unhappy with West Ham's 100 million price tag. He's rejected quite a few contract offers at West Ham. Declan Rice has got 3 years left on his contract at West Ham. But like I've said to you, Manchester United have a title-winning squad. So the time for excuses is over. Solskjaer said, "We are the favourites for the title, with us re-signing Cristiano Ronaldo." Solskjaer privately views Chelsea as Manchester United's biggest title rival, ahead of Man City and Liverpool. Man United face a season of huge expectations. Solskjaer's ambition for this season is to win the Premier League. We haven't won the Premier League since 2013. And what an achievement it would be if Solskjaer was to win the Premier League this season. Before the start of the season, Solskjaer talked up Man United's title hopes. But Solskjaer has to win a trophy this season, because he's not yet won a trophy as Man United manager, and we haven't won a trophy since 2017. Nowhere near good enough to our standards. My perceptions haven't changed on Ole. I don't think he's a long-term manager, despite us enjoying a good summer transfer window. But this is Solskjaer's third full season as Manchester United manager. He's managed over 150 games as Man United manager in all competitions. So far this season, we have registered 7 points from our first 3 league games. We've won 2 and we've drawn 1. We are sitting third in the Premier League at the moment. Before the start of the season, Solskjaer signed a new contract with the club until 2024. There's an option of a further year, and I disagreed with us giving him that new contract, and I think a lot of United fans were unhappy. Reflecting how long Solskjaer's been at the club, he has gained some managerial experience and he's learned quite a bit on the job. Before he was with us, he was at Molde. He won a few Norwegian titles at Molde, but they're not a big club. He enjoyed 2 spells at Molde, and before then he was at Cardiff, and his record at Cardiff was terrible. He only enjoyed a short tenure with Cardiff. The reason he got sacked from Cardiff is because he ended up getting them relegated. Don't forget, Ollie managed the Man United reserve team for a couple of years, so he watched some of the team grow and develop. But Ole has been in charge of Manchester United now for almost 3 years. But whatever happens regarding Ole, we'll always adore him, because at the end of the day, he's a club legend. He enjoyed 11 years as a player for Man United. He flourished under Ferguson's guidance. Ole's most iconic moment as a player was when he scored the late goal in the Champions League final back in 1999. He obviously won the club the treble, and that's the club's greatest achievement. We appointed Solskjaer in December 2018 to replace Mourinho. He's been permanent Manchester United manager since March 2019. The reason we're giving the job permanently back in March 2019 was reflecting how well he did as the interim manager, because Ollie won like 14 games out of 19 in all competitions. Like I've said, I do have my reservations about Ollie, but there's also things I've got to credit Ollie for as well. You know, since he's come in, he has brought consistency back in certain aspects. Solskjaer's more or less given everybody their chances to express themselves, including the young players, like he showed he would do when he got appointed in as Man United manager. Solskjaer has made good signings. He's signed 14 players as Manchester United manager and spent around 441 million in total. Also got rid of a lot of players since he's coming. You know, he's got rid of a lot of players permanently. He's also loaned quite a lot of players out. You can see that progress has been made under Ollie, because he's got us to semi-finals, got us to 3 in his first full season. He got us to the EFL Cup semi-final last season, got us to the Europa League final last season. That was his first major final as Man United manager. Got us to the FA Cup quarter-final. So there you go. In his first full season, Ollie got us a 3rd place finish, and in his second full season got us a 2nd place finish. Solskjaer did accept last season wasn't a successful season for Man United. We've also got a very good away record in the Premier League, reflecting on that win against Wolves before the international break. We are now unbeaten in our last 28 Premier League away games. And we have extended a lot of players' contracts under Solskjaer. A few weeks ago, Solskjaer did mention that he wants new contracts for 5 players. That's Pogba, Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, Luke Shaw and Harry Maguire. And Ollie has beaten quite a few big-name managers as Man United manager. He's beaten Bielsa a few times, he's beaten Pep Guardiola a few times, he's beaten Ancelotti a few times, he's beaten Jose Mourinho, he's beaten Julian Nagelsmann, he's beaten Thomas Tuchel, beating Jurgen Klopp in the FA Cup, but Ollie has not yet beaten Jurgen Klopp in the Premier League. So there's a lot of things you've got to credit him for. But you've got to turn around and say Solskjaer's done a good job to say the current squad he was left with when he got appointed in as Man United manager. But like I've said, when we have been inconsistent, not all of the blame has stemmed from Ollie. Obviously, he's been accountable for certain things, but there's certain players that have had to take responsibility, because there's still certain players at Man United that are not good enough to represent the club, and I hate the way the football club has been run for a long time. Like I said to you, the Glazers, they've been one of the biggest issues at the club for a long time. The main reason is because they've put Man United in so much debt, and, you know, Woodward, you know, he's been one of the biggest issues at the club for a long time, because obviously he was accountable for how poor our recruitment policy was for a while, and plus we've overpaid for players in recent years. Woodward's obviously leaving Man United. Man United are close to appointing Richard Arnold as Ed Woodward's successor as the new chief executive. But Ollie is our best manager since Ferguson. He's our 4th permanent manager since Ferguson. The 3 managers we've sat since Ferguson was Moyes, Louis van Gaal and Jose Mourinho. We've only won 4 trophies since Ferguson retired. That was the FA Cup under Van Gaal and the Europa League, the League Cup and the Community Shield under Mourinho. I think our squad in total is worth 805 million. I think we must have brought a good 43-44 players in now since Ferguson retired. And Solskjaer is inheriting players that other managers brought in. You know. And obviously, you know the news on Paul Pogba. Defensor Central did recently say that Pogba favours a switch to Real Madrid over PSG. Real Madrid have been relentlessly linked with Pogba. Last week, a report by 20 Sport said that Juventus want to re-sign Pogba next summer. You know, Pogba did enjoy 4 good years with Juventus before he rejoined Man United. Now, reports were coming out last week saying that Pogba is increasingly likely to sign a new contract to stay at Manchester United, reflecting on our summer transfer business. But I think with us getting Ronaldo back, that should persuade Pogba to stay. Pogba's current contract at Man United expires next summer. Sky Sports News said earlier on this season that Pogba is very likely to leave Man United on a free next summer when his contract expires. And earlier on this season it said he's set to join PSG on a free because PSG are pushing to sign Pogba next summer. And it did mention PSG are prepared to offer Pogba £510,000 a week in wages to prize him away from Man United. PSG couldn't get him in the summer transfer window of this year because they got Lionel Messi. But talks are ongoing with Pogba's representatives over a new contract. Solskjaer did mention that a few weeks ago. And Solskjaer's not worried about Pogba's contract situation. Before the start of the season, Pogba rejected a new Man United contract. But Sky Sports News said before the start of the season, Pogba sees a long-term future at Man United but may wait on the contract extension. He's had a good start to this season, 5 assists already. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care, God bless, and I'll see you all again very, very soon. And don't forget, tomorrow your Manchester United Newcastle preview will be coming up.